Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. So I think we can start. Who wants to join us later, they will. So first of all, hi again. Today we have another webinar. So today we would like to share more information about game scenarios for outdoor and indoor laser tag, how you can make the games more exciting, how you can bring players back more often and increase your average check. Who doesn't know, my name is Nataliia Tatarova. I'm head of sales at NETRONIC. I've been with the company for about 10 years, and I've been working closely with our customers who create and start laser tag businesses or extend the existing ones. And with me today is Team Lavrenov.
Probably like a lot of people here know me. Some of you know me from expos. Some of you know me from the group, from the Netronic community. I'm also the branch manager here in Prague in office. And probably a lot of people don't know it yet, but I've been working as an instructor for paintball and laser tag in one of the biggest, like probably second biggest paintball and laser tag club back in Ukraine. So yeah, I have some experience with running the games and attracting more people to like visit the club again and again. So yeah, as Natalie already mentioned, we are gonna cover today the topic of the game scenarios. Uh, yeah, also we'll talk about like differences between indoor, outdoor scenarios, and of course the additional devices which can help you with the with attracting more people to come to your facility more and more. So, yeah.
Right. Thank you. So first of all, we would like to emphasize the types of the scenarios that you can basically run. The first one would be basic type of scenarios. These are very well-known scenarios that you would see in lots of places. For example, team deathmatch, where one team is playing versus another team. That can be free for all, or deathmatch, where everybody stands for themselves. These are considered to be a foundation of the industry, and probably 70 to 80% of the arenas, they use these scenarios because they're very easy to understand, and it's very simple to incorporate those in your laser tag business. Although they're very simple, they get repetitive very fast. So if you're just using these scenarios, it doesn't mean that players will be interested in playing the same game over and over again for, I don't know, 5 times, 10 times in a row. So here we come to the second category of the scenarios, and that would be objective-based modes. That can be, for example, capture the flag, domination, control points, bomb defusal. These make up to 20 to 30% of the games, and their impact is a bit bigger because here the players have a clear goal. They're not just shooting, running all over the place. They're stealing, defending, coordinating. They're making some decisions. So basically, you're giving some kind of strategy to the players. They incorporate it into the game, and that becomes more interesting. It pushes some teamwork, and people are interested to try it for a few times because they can change their strategy and all of that. And of course, when we're speaking about the strategy, that means that these scenarios, they are more oriented towards teenagers, adults, people who are interested in some brain work, not only the physical work, right? What else? We also have themed and narrative scenarios. This is where things really start becoming more interesting. Here we can use the zombie modes, medics, healers, base assaults, radiation. So all of the things that drive the story and make the game like an experience with the story behind it. Again, although it's for teenagers, adults, I think that kids can also be interested in that, especially zombies, for example, because they are playing lots of video games and they will be excited to try it in real life. So what else? We also have advanced device-based scenarios. This is something that is considered to be a new thing, right? It's not used in many arenas, but still some of the arenas use it. And they, to make these scenarios real, you need basically the equipment for that. So usually we're speaking about the bombs, some domination boxes, digital flags, some interactive devices that you can use and implement into the scenario. So from our experience, this is where laser tag really starts to feel like a video game that you bring into life. And these scenarios, when you're using some devices, they are deeper, they are replayable, and harder for your competitors to copy because you're using something very different from others. So let's take a look at some other scenarios, how we do that, and what devices you would need, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to talk more now about the outdoor scenarios. What are the main differences from the indoor games with the dark arenas, and what are the positive and negative sides of playing outdoors compared to indoors, and like what devices are better to use outdoors than indoors. So yeah, for me, as I told, I was the instructor, and it was the very big outdoor facility, outdoor club, which was located in the forest, and the environmental obstacles, such as trees and other natural obstacles and covers were combined with the buildup, buildings, covers, obstacles, and it was amazing. Especially, like, it was very nice to see when adults come in with their kids to celebrate the birthday party of one child. And basically after the game, the adults saying, okay, do you have a free spot for next hour, because we want to play as well. We want to have the adults party now while kids are eating pizza or something. So the main pros of the outdoor facilities, I would say, is that the territories are much larger usually, and it's very nice when you play in forest. And also, when you play on fresh air, it just basically hits different. It's just the completely different feeling. Uh, so as I mentioned before, it's more attractive. The outdoor games are, for some reason, from my observation, it's much more attractive to adults and teenagers than indoors. Uh, Mainly, I would say because of it feels like the Counter-Strike, especially when you have like the supernova bomb, for example. But there are also some downsides, of course, of the outdoor games. First of all, is of course the dependency on the weather. Even though our equipment, is not waterproof, but it's not fully waterproofed. As I usually like to say on expos, it's waterproofed until the moment you just throw it to the river. And I was always just joking about throwing it to the river, but we one day we have a service here in Prague, and we actually received the tagger, which was thrown to the river, and unfortunately we were not able to repair it. So yeah, don't throw your taggers to the rivers. But yeah, if you play under the heavy snow or rain, the taggers are gonna be okay. And we even had the uh, very nice experience back in Ukraine when people were playing under the heavy snow and they were building the snow castles during the game. So it was very, very nice. It was very big game with a lot of players, and I really miss it, to be honest. It is also harder to set up the light and the sound systems for the outdoor games because for indoors facility, you just set it up once and you have it set it up. But if you go outside, even if you go mobile, we have a lot of customers who are fully mobile and they are running perfectly. But still, you have to spend some time on setting up the TV out, the sound system, the light, if it's dark, if it's like evening or night. And yeah, so the higher risk of the equipment damage, of course, if it falls into the dust or some, not the dust, but if it falls into the mud, yeah, the tagger. So yeah, there is a high risk for the damage of the taggers. So yeah, we can maybe move to the indoor scenarios.
Sure. Just one question from myself.
Yeah.
Can you like name a few top scenarios that were used at our laser tech center?
My favorite, it's absolutely the winner of the scenarios for me. It was three domination boxes. We were playing that scenario for the competitions. So we had the all Ukrainian tournaments and people from all over the Ukraine. A lot of teams were coming to our club. And I was participating not as an instructor, but as a team member. I had my laser tech team, and the point of the game was so the game was 4 minutes, and there were three domination boxes in the center. So one in the center, on the left and right side of the field, and you basically had to capture as more as you can. And it was very, very interesting.
Oh,
Uh,
I think
uh,
that's why it was the most interesting because you were not the instructor, you were a player.
yeah, yeah, probably. Um, yeah, but also the base capture was very nice for me. So when two Sirius stations are located on the bases, and teams just have to come to the other base, to the base of the other team, and shoot into the base to deactivate it. That was very nice because it encouraged the players to run more, and it was very, very active game scenario, and yeah, people liked it.
Cool. I think we will talk a bit more about some other scenarios, but let's jump into the indoor laser tag.
One question. There is one question. Can I please answer
Sure.
it from Mark? Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to play the Battle Royale game because I guess it was maybe introduced when I already was not working as an instructor, probably. And unfortunately, I didn't play it myself.
Well, not yet. Be positive. Not
Yeah,
yet.
not yet, for sure.
Right. Um, so let's jump into the indoor laser tag because here are also some things you need to know before packing up your scenarios kit, right? So first of all, I think it's quite clear that in indoor locations we have some limitations and restrictions, such as tight space. So here we have tight corridors, maze-style layouts. We control the lightings. So also the gameplay is usually much shorter when it comes to the indoor laser tag game. So the game should be really intense, tactical, and fun. Um, so here basically what I usually recommend is that you need to implement as much fun as possible into those 5, 10, 15 minutes, because with outdoor games you usually have, well, let's say 15, 30 minutes of gameplay, and you can, scatter around the place, and you can, the space can work for you. But here you need to use as many technical things as possible if the gear allows you to do that. So what else? Since the location is fixed, you need to understand that the location will not change probably in some time. Well, probably you can change it in some time later, right? But for example, for a few years, it will be fixed and it will not change. So you need to use as many scenarios as possible for your customers to still be interested in coming back to your place and trying some new things. So usually you think about the scenarios even before you are building the arena. When you are thinking about the layout, you're creating that design of the space, how you would put the lighting, the sound, how you would create those areas and zones for all 2 or 4 teams as you wish. So you need to think about that all like beforehand, right? So yeah, the most important that I would like to highlight is that if your scenarios do not change, do not rotate, the players will get bored really fast, because usually the repeat visits, they can drop by 20 to 30% if the arenas don't update their gameplay regularly. That's also important. So yeah, you need to rotate your scenarios, and you will see that your players will be eager to come back to your place. Okay, let's go further.
Yeah, as Natalie just mentioned, the variety of the game scenarios really matters, because if you just run the basic team deathmatch scenarios, yeah, it's very convenient because it's very easy to set up and explain to your customers that, hey, look, here is the headband or vest. You put it onto yourself, you take the tagger and just point the tagger onto the headband or vest and press the trigger. That's it. And you're letting them play for like 15 minutes. That works really well for like convenience when you have a lot of players coming nonstop. But the downside of those simple scenarios is that, yeah, as Natalie mentioned, the people are getting bored over time. And to prevent this, it's recommended to like always have some additional scenarios. So and use those team deathmatches as the first one to like for people to understand how it's played and the basic rules of the game. And then you can add some scenario devices, the some more complicated scenarios into the game. We did exactly that when I was working as an instructor. So the first game was always a team deathmatch, and people were playing 5 minutes with the respawns. And after this, the respawns were turned off, and it was just a deathmatch. So last man standing basically. And yeah, it was very nice for showing people how so the basics of the laser tag. And then we added like the domination box, the no, I haven't played with bomb with when I was the instructor. But yeah, we were adding the a lot of different scenario devices. So yeah, it can influence your it can have a very good influence on your facility with attracting like customers to come to your facility again and again, like repetitive visits. And the sessions are also tend to be longer with the scenario devices because there is also something new that people want to try if there are a lot of different scenarios. So yeah. But there are also some pitfalls. which you have to avoid when you creating the scenarios. So first of all, yeah, uh, try to not give the beginners like very hard and very complicated scenarios. It's better to like if you have some very complex scenario, it's better to give it to your common customers, to your usual customers who come in like third, fourth time and so on. So they already know how to play basic games and they want something new. Uh, Also, like yeah, it's the basic. Avoid the poor quality equipment. So if the equipment is not a good quality, the people will not come back to your facility. And also, the very common pitfall is ignoring the analytics. So it's always very important to analyze, like to collect the feedback from your customers after each game. Like which scenario did you like? Which was the best and the worst one? Which you would play more and which you would don't want to play again. So yeah, and then basically you do the analysis and it will help you to understand what scenarios work best for you and your, so yeah.
Right. And I really love that. I remember when I just started working in this company, I remember that we had lots of corporate events at our laser tech center. And we were having fun and learning more about the equipment itself. And I loved this strategy when you're trying laser tag for the first time, you're playing a very simple game. I mean, 4-year-old kid can understand the rules. You just need to shoot and run. And then the next game was team versus team. And then I remember we had a domination control. And then we had captured the flag thing. So every time, like a new game was more complicated, and every time before the next round, we were asked whether we wanted to play a more complicated game, and of course we wanted to. So this is a cool thing. I mean, this strategy is very cool to make sure your customers understand the rules. They start with very simple games, and then you can even, I mean, make your check larger, because every time you're asking whether they want to play a new round, they will be eager to do that. So that's very cool. Okay, so right now, I would like to mention how you can do all of that. Of course, we will be speaking about our system because this is what we know. But even if you're considering some other systems, they have something similar. So speaking about us, we let you use these scenarios with the help of our two applications. The first one would be the laser tag operator application. That's the basically motherboard of the brain of the laser tag game. You download that on your Android device, either tablet or mobile phone, and you can do everything about it. You can use the pre-made scenarios. We have a bunch of pre-made scenarios. You can just use those that are made by default. You can customize them in case you wanna change something about them, or you can create your own scenarios from scratch. And we have lots of different things that you can personalize. I mean, starting from number of bullets to types of weapons, their sounds, characters, lives, all of that. So very detailed one. And then also we have the TV out application. That's an extra application, like another layer of the software that allows you to show the stats on a different display. Usually our customers, they're using a separate TV for the stats. Even if you're mobile, you can also do that. I know James is using a TV for his mobile events. And this is a very simple and convenient way to keep your players engaged. They will see the stats during the play, after the play. if you are, for example, an indoor operator and you have a fixed location in a mall, you can show that stats to the passersby, and the people can get interested in what they're seeing, and they may want to try one round. Why not? So that all is basically possible because of our IT guys and how cool they are. What else? I think that's pretty much it about the software, right? Let's go further. Maybe you
Yeah,
want
and
to.
I'm gonna speak more about the TV out. You mentioned the TV
Okay.
out. Yeah, basically here it is. Yeah, so the TV out is a very nice application. You do not control anything by the TV out, but TV out shows all the statistics and all the game logs happening in real time. I call it the favorite application of parents of like kids visiting the arenas, because while kids having the blast just running in the arena, meanwhile parents are looking into the screen and checking what's going on. And also I know that some of our customers also have the uh, also not just a TV out, but one more screen with cameras in their arenas, so parents can see not only statistics, what happens. Talking about the software quality, by the way, it's very important when it comes to the setup time, because if you have a software, it's very, very easy to start the game. Because when I was just starting working as an instructor, all we had to control all the devices was the remote controller. And to start the game, I had to press this button to every single player. And to change the team, I had to press the button for each player again. So it was very, very inconvenient. But with the application, it's very easy to change the teams, change the scenarios, to like see the statistics and so on. And it's also became much faster to train new instructors when the lazy tech operator was just introduced. It was very, very easy and much faster to train new employees, because you just simply show in the application, and it's so user friendly that it's very easy to understand how to control everything, how to choose the scenarios, and so on. And yeah, also it helps with the marketing. Uh, if you ask me how, I'll tell you. So just in Lazy Tech Operator, we have an option to print out the statistics which your customer achieved during the game, and you can have your logo on those prints out. And they usually tend to, like the customers tend to share, like make the photos of it and share it online on Instagram, and you get the free advertisement. Also, you can share the results and the statistics as a PDF in the email, which gives you the email of the customers with the potential of sending the promotions and very cool deals on their email. And also they are getting their statistics, they are happy, and they then share it online. So that's the win-win situation. Uh, yeah, so I guess that's it about the TV out. Maybe you want to mention something else?
I think that's pretty much easy, and I mean you explained everything very well. Here we would like to share a bit more about the outdoor scenarios, and specifically a new one, like a trendy one. So just to repeat myself, with the outdoor scenarios, you have more space and that works for you. So you can create scenarios that demand more space to move around. And here some time ago when we introduced our supernova bomb, we were able to create a Counter-Strike scenario that is loved by teenagers, adults, because it's a very famous video game. So here we would like to talk a bit more about this device and this scenario specifically.
Yeah, so I have one here. That's the supernova bomb. Yeah, like this. So now it says shot. So you have to shoot it to activate it. And it also comes with the platform on which you have to install the bomb during the game, uh, like in Counter-Strike. And if it's not installed on the platform, it will not be activated. And once you install it on the platform, it's activated now. So the platform has a very, very strong magnet. Like those who have it or saw it on Expo, they know that the magnet is very strong. And this device is very, very nice. I was dreaming when I was active lazy tech player, I was dreaming to have such a device. And when I first tried it, it was awesome. And I really, uh, I really wish that this bomb was introduced earlier because that's the very, very interesting device. Again, how will it help you? It's one more interesting scenario which can attract the target auditory of the gamers because when they hear they can play Counter-Strike in real life, they are becoming crazy and just shut up and take my money. I know some customers who charge extra for playing with that bomb, which is a very good solution because it's like next level scenario and people tend to pay for that. So yeah, that's it about this bomb.
Mm-hmm. In outdoor scenarios, we also use some other devices, more common ones. And basically, when we sell our like sets of equipment, we usually recommend having at least a few of those because they're a basic thing for different scenarios. So first of all, that would be the SIRIUS station. As I always say, it has 8 different modes, and you can use any of those. The most important one is the base mode. So you would put 2 different SIRIUS stations on 2 different corners of the playground. Each of those stations would be assigned for a specific team, and the players will know that if they are deactivated, if they have no more ammunition, lives, they will come back to their base and they will get respawned. But also, we usually recommend having at least three. So you can have 2 of those bases. And the third one can be an extra device that you can put in the middle of the playground and it will act differently. For example, it can give you a radiation, so it can take your lives away. It can be for example, ammunition. So it will just give you some extra bullets when you're running around the place. It can be a med kit, so it can give you lives if you need those. And my favorite one, I guess, that would be random. So if you put some of those SIRIUS stations in the random mode, players will know that this device can do something, but they will not know what it will do. So it can take your lives away, it can give you some ammunition, so you never know, and it makes the game more interesting again. And then the smart domination box. This is also a must-have device. This device is usually used in the capture scenarios, as I call them, where the objective of the game would be to capture this device and earn the points. So usually you would put that in the middle of the playground. The players will know that they have to come close to it, shoot at the top, and then they, depending on the mode, they either have to shoot as many times as possible or shoot once and defend the device so that the other team, the opposite team, doesn't shoot it and dominate it. What I love about this device is that I heard some questions about it, like, well, okay, I can just stay nearby and shoot at it like 200 times, and it doesn't sound interesting. But the cool thing about it is that it depends on how you will do that in the parameters of the scenario. But for example, 10 seconds. It can give you radiation in 10 seconds if you are nearby it. So if, for example, you're shooting for 10 seconds, it will take your lives away. So you cannot continue all that. So you need to change with your teammates. The teammates should cover you. You need to go back to your base, get some extra lives, and then you come back, you cover your teammate, and all of that makes you think about the strategy. And again, the game becomes more interesting. It's not just shooting and running.
Yeah, and I would also add that it's kind of hard to stay and just shoot into the domination box when the other team wants to deactivate you during that time. So yeah, but the radiation also helps with that, so it prevents like staying near the domination box as well. Yeah. So here about the scenarios, namely, and we have a lot of them, but we have 30, I guess, around 30, maybe more, scenarios already pre-made in our application. So you can just start the scenario and just play, or even you can create your own scenario because we have the built-in constructor, which can have a very good influence on your business. Because you're saying that we have only our club have this scenario because we developed it, and the customers will come only to your facility to play this specific scenario. So yeah. Speaking about the scenarios we already have, we mentioned some of them here, and it's Counter-Strike Bomb, I already mentioned. The base capture with the radiation, it's when you put two SIRIUS devices on the bases. And for example, the blue team has to come to the red team and shoot the SIRIUS to red team base and shoot the SIRIUS to deactivate it. And you can set up in the application to the game ending conditions. So, for example, if the base was destroyed one time or three times, the game is over automatically. But also you can just put the infinite number of base instructions and just give some extra points for that and just play by time. And in the end of the game, the team which destroyed the opponent's base more wins.
And I would like to mention that even though it's not necessary to destroy the base to win the game, it's very cool if you destroy the base of the opponents because they will not be able to get extra lives. So you can basically just, take them out of the game by just not giving them a chance to get some extra lives.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that when the base is destroyed, it doesn't heal or respawn the team for a set period of time. So if you set it up like 10 seconds of inactivity, during the next 10 seconds, the red team, if their base is destroyed, they will not be able to respawn. So thank you for thank you for mentioning this. The control point capture, that's the super basic but very nice scenario. And as I mentioned, one of my favorite. My favorite is playing with three of them, but one is also very nice. Because you can capture it by time, by number of shots. You can play tug of war and raise the flag. So a lot of different scenarios with only one device. I usually like to play with my customers the basic capture by time scenario, and it was usually like 4 minutes. And the people were running all the time, and it was super nice. I really miss it. And finally, yeah, the zombie and doctor modes using just the headbands or vests. So for those of you who didn't know, you can use the headbands and vests separately. And for example, if you give usually it works very good for little kids who don't want to shoot. They have some issues with aiming. You just giving them the vest or the headband, and they're just walking around the arena, and only with walking around they can heal or damage the other players. And it's very nice because they like to run and heal someone uh, or taking their lives. Yeah.
Let's go further. Here, we would like to talk more about the devices in the indoor scenarios. We already covered the SIRIUS station and the smart domination box that are used in indoor scenarios as well. But here we can highlight more another device that is used indoors only, that is the multi-station. What is interesting about this device is that, first of all, it needs to be connected to the power supply all the time. This is why it is considered to be an indoor laser tag device. But what is different about it is that it kind of combines all three devices in one. So it also can work as a base, as a med kit, radiation, arsenal, meaning ammunition. It can also be a domination box where you need to dominate it by shooting lots of times. And it can also act as a bomb. Since we have a display here, it's very clear visually what mode you're playing in right now. And my favorite one, well, right now, for example, in the presentation, you can see that it is the radiation mode. So it's kind of clear. And my favorite one is the bomb. So if it's a bomb, you would see a huge bomb and you would see a small line and it fills up with the color, meaning we're about to explode. So please, we need to hurry up, right? Okay, so I think we can just skip this part because, yeah.
Just wanted to mention, even though the multi-station on the presentation, it looks really like SIRIUS station because a lot of people confuse them. The main difference beside that it has to be plugged in all the time, it's the size, because the SIRIUS, it looks like this. It's a small device, but the multi-station, on the other hand, it's a big device. Yeah, it's not working because it's not plugged in. Yeah, so the difference in the size is obvious. And here you can see the size of the screen.
Right. And usually our default setup would be one multi-station, two SIRIUSes, two or three SIRIUS stations, and one smart domination box. Again, if you don't want to have extra devices, you can have just a few multi-stations and you can just change and swap the modes. But since you cannot really move it around the area, you would usually put it hang it on a wall or something like that. So you would have one fixed multi-station and a few mobile SIRIUS stations and smart domination box. Here we have a table where you can see the comparison, comparison between the devices, because I guess the most difficult is to understand the differences between the multi-station and the SIRIUS. So if you want to, you can take a screenshot. Here we have the information about the power supply, dimensions, the way how you can, whether it's mobile or if it has to be connected to the power supply, and the modes, like a list of different modes that the devices can work in, right? So this is something that we kind of explained earlier, but just to sum it up, if you want to have simple and difficult scenarios, if you want to create your own scenarios, you would need a default a minimum package of the equipment that supports that. So usually that would be 12 players, at least 12 players if you're just setting, and the recommended amount of the scenario devices that allow you to create different scenarios or use the default ones, right? So as I said, a few SIRIUS stations, one smart domination box, a multi-station if you are indoors, and of course a bomb is recommended, but it's not a must-have one. If you have the opportunity to have that, that would be awesome, because you would be able to run the Counter-Strike scenarios. And we also have grenades. We didn't include them in this presentation because it's an extra device. It doesn't necessarily create some kind of scenario, a specific scenario, but you can create one if your game will depend on the grenades. You can also do that.
Yeah, so the grenade itself looks like this. So it works pretty simple as the grenade does. So you press the button here, and it doesn't work yet. But once you release this button, it starts beeping and flashing, and then explodes. It doesn't make the sound of the explosion itself, but all the taggers which were destroyed with the explosion of this grenade will give the sound of explosion. Yeah, and very nice thing about this device is that it will be beeping and flashing like this until you find it and press the button. Why? Because especially when you play outside and the grenade falls into some tall grass or under some leaves, it might be challenging to find it. And but if it's like making the visual and sound signals, you'll have a hard time to lose it. So
Right. And also one important thing is that we really do not recommend much to use the grenade indoors, because the impact of it is so harsh that it might deactivate players even if they are behind the wall. So we usually recommend having it outdoors when you have lots of space and you do not have some harsh obstacles, and if you don't want to have some cheating things.
yeah.
Okay, so that was pretty much it. Please type in your questions in the chat section. We will cover all of those. I will also open it up. Okay.
Yes. Say hi to the voice from me as well. I'm just reading the comments.
So Renee is saying, what I've
Yeah.
also had very good experience with is actively involving my members in developing game modes. This creates a strong sense of ownership, and it clearly shows that this approach works very well. Through the current games, they also come up with very good ideas. For example, once a month, I also build new cover elements together with them. I love that. It does sound like you're creating this kind of atmosphere with the colleagues. They are involved, they are interested, and they can really, since they're working with the players, they understand the audience, and they can really create something interesting that will work for you. Okay, going further. Kenneth says that I will just read. I always just use deathmatch or team match because I don't know how the settings on the telephone need to be set up, so the play will be good. Is there any PDF files how to set every scenarios up so we can play other games? There are so many great games we want to try, and Natalia, you're right. People want to come back if there are more scenarios to play. Right, that is a good question, and I'm happy to let you know that we do have a PDF file. We have two files for outdoor scenarios and indoor scenarios. So we can send those files to you guys, and you can check those out and read the story behind the scenario, how to set it up, what are the differences between the characters, and all of that. Okay. What else? Renee is suggesting run a survey in your community, collect suggestions, and turn it into a giveaway contest. Best idea wins. That way, you'll also get a lot of new input because they know your facility and they have really good ideas. That is awesome. I also love that. And Renee is asking if we already know when the Maverick system will be ready to order. That is a good question. So I think we will have some great news next month. So just keep in touch and you will receive more information from us. Thierry is asking if we have a French TV out version. We do have it. So we will send you a message. And if I'm not mistaken, Thierry, we will get in touch with you. But what I remember is that if your device is in French language, the application will be in French too. But maybe I'm mistaken. We will check this out and we will send you a message.
You can set up the language of the TV out and application in LazyTech operator, but there are two different settings, so you have to set it up separately for LazyTech operator and TV out. But you can find all of that in LazyTech operator.
Okay.
Yeah, so and there was a question about the sound coupling required for the bomb. I'm not sure what it means. Maybe Natalie, you know, because
Either Renee, if it's possible, maybe you can elaborate your question a bit because I also do not understand what you mean by that.
yeah, because the bomb itself it does have the sounds. So even if I'm not sure if you're gonna hear it, but once I
No, we don't hear it.
Okay. Because I was showing it all the time, and same with the grenade. I was thinking that you hear all of that.
We heard the grenade, but not the bomb.
Switch
Renee is asking about the setting up the headbands, like the modes where you play without the dagger. Yeah,
Yeah,
we will.
just let me. I'm sorry. Let me finish with the sounds of the bomb. So yeah, Rene just mentioned that the bomb doesn't produce any sound. Uh, Okay, we'll contact you with that because the one I have here, it does produce sounds for sure. Even though I cannot show it to you now.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
does. Maybe that is some settings or maybe the
Maybe
technician.
go for settings. Yeah, so we'll contact.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
set up the headbands. Well, for setting up the headbands and vests, you'll actually need the remote controller because it's impossible to set it up with the application, unfortunately, because the headbands and vests, uh, if I'm correct, they don't have the Wi-Fi module. So they are not connecting with the application directly. But yeah, to do this, you just have to like start the headband. It will be searching for tagger or for other device. And what you have to do is to press, for example, the zombie mode. Uh, you press the zombie mode and press the start button. And now, with interval of time, like I guess every 5 seconds, it's gonna give this signal, and it will be destroying the opponents. So yeah, and it works for both the vest and the headband. And if you set up press the medic button, I'm not sure if it's visible here.
Yeah.
If you press the medic button, it will turn into medic mode and it will be healing all people around. So yeah, that's how you do it.
We need to move faster.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
Filippo is asking whether we can use two multi-station as bases. We can. So if you want to, of course, the technical part behind the device allows you to do that. So if it's okay for you to have two fixed bases, why not? It is possible. Then Kenneth is asking about the new telephone and the application. I think the best way would be to contact the tech support and the guys will guide you how to do that. Like it should be really easy. Maybe you just need to sign in your Google account. Maybe that's where you are struggling. Thierry is saying that we didn't mention the remote control. We do use it. Although I always recommend using the application because it gives you much more opportunities. But we didn't cover it much because it doesn't really involve the scenarios. It's just the control thing, right? Then I don't have, Estelle is saying she doesn't have a business location yet. How many meters do you think are necessary for 18 players? Estella, the best recommendation would be just check our YouTube channel. We had a webinar on the location, and you will see how many meters you need to have, how to decorate all of that, what to think of when you are preparing the project and when you're looking for the location. So you will see lots of different important information, not just the answer to this question.
Yeah, I would really recommend to attend, like to watch this webinar recording because it was very, very helpful when you're choosing what arena to use. So yeah, it's going to be very helpful for you.
Mm-hmm. And Henrik is asking if it's possible to set up the Wi-Fi on the Falcons. It is possible. There are a few channels, but again, in order not to make any mistakes, it's better to just contact our tech support and the guys will help you do everything correctly. I think Valentin sent okay, that's our YouTube channel with other webinars. So you can just check. I'm pretty much sure it is mentioned in the name of the video that it is about the arena location and all of that. Okay, that was fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you do something?
I wanted to mention that if you still don't have an equipment and you're just thinking of acquiring our sets and you're not sure you want to try it, you can come to Prague. I will welcome you to our office. You'll be able to try all of the equipment. I'll guide you through, answer all your questions. We can have like a small game here, so you'll try everything. So yeah, you're more than welcome here.
Yep, that's for sure. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you joining us today. Hope that was useful and you heard some important and useful information. We will definitely send you the files with our scenarios and see you next time when we cover something new.
Yeah, listen to Hendrik. We had a very nice time spending here in showroom. So yeah, thank you, Hendrik, for this.
Thank you, everybody. So have a good one.
Yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.